Ben Shapiro crashes out with Candace Owens.
Is so fucking excited, but wait, the hard, no way.
I have a very special message today. This one goes out to Candace Owens.
No.
I know that you felt very hurt, Candace, that I made a few lighthearted jests about your inability to pronounce basic English and also German words. So hurt that you said I wanted to use the hard R. Candace, I was wrong. Anyone can make a mistake, but I'd bet Brigitte Macron's balls that eventually you will be able to pronounce words like
Blitzkrieg, Macabre, the architecture, posthumously compartmentalize, kerfluffle.
Oh, but you were right about one thing.
No.
I did want to use the hard R. You are retarded.
Ooh, bro. Their fight is going crazy. Look at what she posted in her social media. Look at it, bro. Look at this. Ah, man. She responded.
You are retarded.
Oh.
On a list of American priorities by the polls, the Epstein-Maxwell case comes in pretty close to zero. There is
He
no
defends
Epstein
him. He's defending Epstein.
With third parties on Epstein Island. That is not what the tapes are. There's no evidence that any of those third parties were having girls trafficked to them without evidence.
Whoa.
You say that Mossad was running Jeffrey Epstein. When I say without evidence, I mean without evidence. The Epstein files, there are none. The evidence suggested there really was not an Epstein list if you were watching this case with any sort of eagle eye. Why double down on theories that are already debunked? Why double down on theories that are widely derided as dumb? Why double down on theories that have no evidence to them? Because it turns out that the DOJ and the FBI have concluded that Epstein didn't have a client list and died by suicide. He did not keep a client list. And he did not blackmail powerful figures. If the evidence presents itself, we will be happy to cover it.
Whoa.
Retarded.
Bro, he's defending that guy. Man, if he was just fighting between them, it would be good. But she took it to another level. Okay, he had a soft spot right there. that is defending that man, bro. Come on, that's too much.
You know, they released the files so that they could basically just rub it in our face that they can do whatever they want and we won't do anything about it. Like, hey, we do demonic rituals, you know, worship Satan, eat babies, and do God knows what else, but you're not going to do anything about it, so we're just going to keep doing it. I say we all just stop paying taxes. Like, honestly, it's not even a joke at this point. Like, what else can we do? Because what are they going to do? Like, arrest every single American citizen? Like, no. But Ashley, sweetheart, posting you're not mad enough on your story, it's not going to do anything. So, like, why don't we all collectively come up with an idea on how to, you know, put the government in their place?
Well, if you have an idea, that's good. But not paying the tax is not gonna do the job. Okay, at least you will not have a job. You will not have a business or anything if you don't pay tax. Well, that's gonna be bad on you. Okay, they will arrest you. Yes, even if you're not arrested. Okay, if the prison is full, you will get punished. Well, you cannot do your business and stuff. So, how will you get rich or something? Whatever plan you have. You will not do anything. You will not even survive. So that's not a good plan. But if you have a better plan, I'm in.
I've been deep diving that shit, looking through the files, watching videos, watching conspiracy shit. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I genuinely do believe he's alive. I don't care. Bro, chat, if Trump was in the island, I said what I said. I said this to you guys a while ago. If Trump was on that island, anybody who's on that island doing shit with minors deserves to go to jail.
Whoa.
It's just a fact. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what you represent.
Remember, Eden is the biggest supporter of Trump from streaming industry. Now he's saying this. Okay, people change, I believe.
Donald Trump is in the files more times than Jesus is mentioned in the Bible.
Ooh.
Donald Trump is in the files more times than Harry Potter is mentioned in all 7 books. Donald Trump is in the files more times than there are seconds in a week. Donald Trump is in the files more times than there are episodes of The Simpsons, Grey's Anatomy, and One Piece combined. Donald Trump is in the files more times than there are Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and Digimon combined. Donald Trump is in the files more times than there are months in recorded history.
Wow.
If you were in a football stadium and Donald Trump was mentioned in the files one time for every single seat, you'd have enough for multiple football stadiums. Donald Trump is in the files more times than there are hairs on the average human scalp. Donald Trump is mentioned more times in the files than there are people that passed away in the Vietnam War.
Wow.
Donald Trump is in the files more times than there are square miles in the state of West Virginia.
Whoa.
Donald Trump is in the files more times than there are letters in the book The Great Gatsby.
Whoa.
Donald Trump is mentioned in the files more times than this account has followers. If you went to an Ivy League school and went to the library, there are more mentions of Donald Trump in the files than there are books in the library. But I'm sure he didn't do anything, right? Like, I'm sure.
That's too much, bro. That's too much. What do you guys think about this? Write down in the comments.
Let's go inside.
Okay, Donald Trump said this about MJ.
Right now.
He's a great man, and he got treated very, very unfairly. He got treated really unfairly.
Yeah.
He's a hell of a man. Okay, let's go inside. In the Oval Office. Who's this?
Testify.
Who's this? Yours? Come on.
I respect him for that. He testified for Michael Jackson, unlike the other guys. Okay.
Yo, how the fuck was Epstein connected to everything? And like, there's obvious things like world leaders and politicians and whatnot, but like CEOs of like every damn near company, they're saying he was involved in the creation of like microtransactions and COD points. They're saying he created the whole Reddit politics forum. They're saying Ghislaine Maxwell was like one of the top mods for it or something, and they created like the whole right-wing spear. Obviously, blue and white country, that's pretty easy, like we could all tell. But it's insane the amount of stuff he was connected to. Like, I didn't even know it was this bad, to be honest. He was somehow tapped into Five Nights at Freddy's lore. His Xbox account got banned. It's like he was involved in literally every single thing we know nowadays, man.
Yeah.
And truthfully, the real question is, who was like the Epstein now of our time? Because if you think this just ended, you're sorely mistaken, okay? He got taken out, so they had to find somebody else, and I don't know, man. To be honest, this time I feel like they'd be more smarter, and we just wouldn't even know publicly who the person is if they were him. Like the recreation of him.
Yeah, he's everywhere. He's everywhere. That's the craziest part.
I think that after they get her out of this position, they should probably pursue criminal charges.
Yeah.
They should. Like, I mean, this is not like you're not doing your job. And you're not doing your job at the expense of other people.
Yeah.
And why is it that that's okay? Why are we letting this happen?
Yeah.
Why we put up with this shit?
Yeah. If someone is not doing their job, they shall be fired. I agree with that. And also, if they do a crime, well, they have to be punished, obviously.
This is not a joke. Jay-Z has just responded and silenced all of his haters at the Super Bowl. A few moments ago, Jay-Z was just spotted at the Super Bowl with him wearing a sweater that seemingly responded to everybody and the entire drama that he was pulled in this week. Now, if you guys don't know what's going on, last week, Jay-Z was falsely accused of being named in the Epstein files, along with him doing very vile and just weird things. From the way things are looking, Jay-Z has just responded to all of the haters that have been going at him online and falsely accusing him with him wearing a sweater that is pretty much shutting everybody up. As you can see right here, this is what Jay-Z wore, which is a sweater that ended up just saying the game needs me. And now a lot of people are taking this response as in multiple ways, which it could be him addressing that entire controversy that happened last week with the Epstein files. And then you do have some people trying to figure out if that sweater maybe means that he is possibly going to be dropping brand new music soon. Nonetheless, so what do you guys my entire situation? Jay-Z has just made his first public appearance after many people were falsely accusing him of being named in the Epstein files. Are you guys rocking with Jay-Z or are you guys not? Let me know.
Well, I don't think he's new to such kind of controversies. Throughout his life, he had gone through many controversies, so he don't care right now. That's what I think.
What do you mean Jeffrey Epstein had school photos of every kid in America?
What?
You're telling me that there's the slightest chance ever that I might be on the Epstein files and that these freakoids might have bid on me? These guys are literally special grade sorcerers.
Yeah, bro. If you're in the files, like, everybody will see you with a doubt. Even if you don't do anything. If your name is mentioned. Especially if your photo is there. Bro, you're done. Be careful.
Beyonce is becoming the most unfollowed person of 2026 because of Jay-Z. So recently, 3 million
People are
files
crazy.
dropped. And in those files, we have the usual suspects that we already knew were in there. But recently, it was discovered that Jay-Z is also in there. Now, Beyonce fans were not happy when they heard this at all, and they decided to lash out against their queen. Beyonce is always letting that man bring her down, I swear. Now, they're doing this by mass unfollowing Beyonce on IG. She used to be at 310 mil. She's currently at 308. And her numbers on her socials are all in the red, negative.
Whoa. An average unfollow was 10,000 and stuff. Bro, that's too much. 40,000. I wish I had such kind of follower to lose it all. No problem. She's rich, bro. Come on. Anyways, that's it for now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Write down your comments. Till next time. Peace and blessings. Goodbye.